Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was rubbish. Not just the officiating this evening, but Leeds United altogether. It has just ended at Ellen Road. Leeds United 0, Sunderland 1 in a huge win for Sunderland under the lights at Ellen Road. Leeds United were pretty terrible this evening. Rubbish. I don't really know too many words to go into it because we didn't play very well this evening. We will be getting into that in today's match reaction. If you are new around here, please do subscribe. My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome to the channel. And if you could smash that like button for me, that'd be very nice to help cheer me up this evening. I'm not going to rant too much, but I will go into what happened tonight at Ellen Road. Get your comments in. What went wrong this evening? Was Farke too stubborn? Maybe with the changes with the players. I mean, going into that game, Leeds United were unchanged. From the side that lost 1-0 at Man City. It's not often we've said this season that Leeds have had back-to-back losses or ever since December sort of that we've had back-to-back losses, but Leeds did deserve to lose tonight. Yes, there was a controversial call in the penalty, but I mean, if it was the other way, we'd probably want it given. I'm not sure what Ampadu's doing, really. It's harsh, it's soft. I've seen him given, and it was disappointing that's what it came to. But that first half, you're looking at Sunderland's team. They were without Xhaka. Xhaka was on the bench. Roofs, their goalkeeper, was not in the squad at all. They had a goalkeeper that has never played for Sunderland before, and we didn't test him till about the 35th minute. We were unchanged from the side against Man City. Listen, there's nothing against Ilya Gruev at all, but I don't know why we're not going more attacking at home against a weakened Sunderland side that made Leeds United look like the weak side this evening. I want to give, credit to Sunderland because I thought their fans were brilliant. I also thought Alderete at the back was brilliant. Ballard was brilliant. Luke 09, unfortunately, was brilliant as well. The whole back line was very, very solid, and Leeds couldn't break it down at all. And it's down again to this low block side. Not many sides in the Premier League play low block, but that's how it felt like they'd done today at Ellen Road, and they got a result. They got 3 points, and again, it's that thing again. Can Daniel Farke break down a low block? And we've seen it again. He can't. And, Daniel Farke has had tons of credit from myself and Leeds United fans over this season because he's turned it around. He's been brilliant. But tonight, it was on him. It was also on the players. That first half, it was dreadful. Stop and start. The officiating, we'll get into that, but it was stop and start. No real chances at all. I think Stack had the only chance of the first half, a free kick that their keeper got down well and saved. But I think just the urgency, the passing, there was nothing at all. It was so stop and start. The referee was giving every foul for both sides, not just for Sunderland, not just for Leeds. It was just getting annoying. Throw-ins upon throw-ins, and it was just rubbish first half. I think that's how you describe this game as from a Leeds perspective, rubbish. Not necessarily Sunderland. They're going to be, laughing all the way to the bank with that 3 points. Not many teams come to Ellen Road under the lights. I think it's the first team in years that have won against Daniel Farke's Leeds under the lights. But I don't know if they deserved it. I don't know if anyone deserved it, really. But in the second half, Leeds came out a bit more, that they did, but they brought on Xhaka. And when Xhaka plays, Sunderland win. And that's how it felt this evening. But again, in the second half, it was stop and start. And it was just so rubbish and boring to watch. It really, really was. And Leeds created some sort of chances, nothing really. And then the penalty happens. It's controversial. Ampadu's moved his hand towards the ball and it's been given. Yes, it's controversial. Yes, it's soft. But, if it was given the other way, would you want a penalty for it? I'm not sure really what he's doing. He's not full fault. It was soft. But anyway, Sunderland stuck away the penalty. And I tell you what, Karl Darlow, you should be saving it. It's not often you say that with penalties, but he should be. It's down the middle. It's slow. And unfortunately, it goes into the back of the net. And Sunderland then hold out and defend really well their 1-0 lead. Leeds are chucking everything in the kitchen sink at it. You're changing formations. You're bringing on Joel Perreault, Nonto, Dan James. I thought Nonto and Dan James done all right. I say all right. We lost the game, but they were trying to do stuff down that wing. It was just all too slow this evening. I thought the back two of Ballard and Alderete, is it Alderete? Alderete just absolutely schooled Metcher and Dominic Calvert-Lewin this evening when Metcher did eventually come on. Joel Perreault, I mean, we'll get into the player ratings or into the individual ratings of each player, but that's how I describe Leeds United's performance tonight. Deflated, bit rubbish. And that's not often we've said that so far in 2026. That's how it felt. Definitely our worst performance of the year so far, not of the season, of the year. I don't know about you. I'm just disappointed this evening. And I know a lot of comments will be about the cheating officials and things like that. Understandably, they were terrible again. Decisions went against us. The referee was just giving everything, but also Leeds weren't great. There was no defending that performance from the Leeds United side this evening. It was just too slow at the back. The fact that Pascal Struijk had the most touches in the game, I think, and the most completed passes was saying much. Even right at the end, we're just passing it too slow. And at one point, I saw Jayden Bogle just get the ball, and he just went and run with it because no one else was really had this urgency. The only chance Leeds were really going to get this evening, it felt like a hit and hope from either a set piece or a long throw-in, really. But going through each individual player, Karl Darlow, I think he should do better for the penalty. I think he made a decent save for their offside shot. Apart from that, he didn't have much to do. He just had it with his feet, but I just do think he should be saving the penalty. James Justin and Jayden Bogle. I'll start with Jayden Bogle first. He tried to, because attacking wise, Sunderland didn't do too much apart from their goal. Jayden Bogle was all right. James Justin was all right. A lot of fans are saying, why is Jacob not in the side? He is a threat at set pieces right at the end. He had a few chances. He's probably had the most shots on target for Leeds today, and he was only on the last 5 minutes. But James Justin, Jayden Bogle, all right. Roden, again, he's got a mistake in him recently. I really do think he had, like, some of the short balls he was playing just wasn't good enough this evening. Pascal Struijk probably the best of the back line this evening. Goodmanson, again, going on their mazy runs. But I tell you what, I love him. And I think he's been signing of the season, one-off signings of the season. He needs to get more assists when he's in that position. When he's taking it past three players, he needs to clip a ball into the back post. A lot of it hits the first man and we get set pieces, but he does well to do that. But yeah, he came off quite early, obviously, for the attacking substitutes. And then you got the midfield three of Gruev, Ampadu, and Stack. Ampadu had a better game than he did against Man City, but I was quite critical about his performance then. Better game, but nothing special. Similarly with Gruev, just no attacking threat with sort of them three. I mean, Stack gives you a bit more, but yeah, just a Sunderland side that was weakened under the lights at Ellen Road. You think Leeds United were going to go for it more, and then you look at the likes of Buonanotte, who, yes, Buonanotte does still play for Leeds United, not even in the squad. I just think a game like today, he takes it. You know, you got to give him a chance. And then the front two of Aronson and Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin wasn't his game this evening. He got outplayed by the centre-halves. They're much more physical than him, and they won everything. They really did. And Aronson, you know, done. There's one really nice bit where he does a skill, then he does another skill, and then he passes out of play. And I think that just sums Brendan Aronson up so much. There's so much positive, but it really gets dragged down by the negative sometimes, and that's what he does. And then the subs, Dan James, Nonto, they tried to be direct. I'm not one who's going to go, right, now we need to start Dan James. Now we need to start Nonto, because I don't think that's the case. But I thought they done okay. And Joel Perreault, I'm just not a big fan. I know a lot of people will be saying he needs more time and things. I just don't think he does. I think that ship has sailed now with Leeds United with Joel Perreault. Very thankful for everything he did do for Leeds United in the Championship, but you just can't bring that sort of player on. I just think he's stealing a space there when there's Buonanotte, and I know Buonanotte had a tough run up against Birmingham in the Cup, but I still think he adds more than Joel Perreault does. And then, like I said, Jacob came on and he won a few headers, looked all right, probably our best attacking player this evening. But at the end of the day, another controversial decision, and Leeds United lose the game. We narrowly lost against Man City. We now narrowly lose again. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just frustrated and deflated with that performance. There's no over-the-top angriness. I just want to know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. I'm sure we'll be dissecting this game over the next few days. It does feel like a little bit of a dent in Leeds United's survival hopes, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheery. Oh.